Hi. Well, about now I'd normally be out there enjoying the British summer, but seeing as the British summer is being its usual British summer self, let's have a look at the Borg. Specifically the Borg Sphere, which has just been released for Star Trek Attack Wing. So here we have the Borg Sphere model. As we can see, if I can put the base on, it's quite large actually. If we pull off another model at random, let's get the Enterprise here. So as you can see, it's actually a fairly large model, and not bad details really for a Wizkids model. It's, got lots of indents and detail. I mean, not massively detailed, but given some of the Wizkids Attack Wing models, it's pretty good. And you get two versions of it. You get Borg Sphere 4270, which when you attack with your primary weapon, you can divide it between two ships, but you must allocate one. 6 attack, 0 agility, anybody can shoot the Borg, 7 hull, 7 shields, and they've got bottom here, we've got target lock, scan and regenerate. We'll get to the regenerate in a minute. And then we have the unnamed non-unique version, Borg Starship. That's 6076, same action bars, no special ability. And then we've got that again because I've got two Borgs. Right, we have the Borg Cutting Beam, which is a massive 10 attack. And that's, you must have your target in the Borg Tractor Beam, and then you disable the card to perform 10 attack. Can only be purchased by a Borg for obvious reasons. Then we have Feedback Pulse, which before rolling any dice or rolls, you discard this card, and it sends half damage from the attack back at the attacker, rounded down. The attacking ship cannot receive critical damage from this attack, and then you get an auxiliary power token. Then there's the Borg Tractor Beam, which is needed to use the Borg Cutting Beam, and that one is target a ship at range 1 and then place a Tractor Beam token beside that ship. Then the ship loses 2 shields and can only choose one movement that is a number 1. Now there's a card for that, I'll show you shortly. And then there's the Borg Ablative Hull Armor, which costs 10 points. One of the things about these the new Wave 4 expansions is some of the cards cost a hell of a lot of squadron points. Here you go, when defending, convert all your criticals to hits and place damage cards beneath this card. When the card's taken 4, discard this card and all damage cards beneath it. Any excess damage over that goes to the ship. That's pretty neat, but again, 10 points. The simulation tubles. One thing about these, if these got this symbol at the bottom here, means they're Borg upgrades. This card lets you disable this and 1 drone token, ship range 1 to 2, and you can steal 1 crew tech or weapon upgrade from the target ship, even if it exceeds your ship's restrictions. There's a feedback pause. So here's the first of the reference cards. This one tells you all about how the Borg Tractor Beam works. So it's a ship with a white Borg Tractor Beam token, follows special rules. As soon as the ship receives it, disable 2 of the active shields. If the ship was cloaked, remove cloak and raise shields except 2. When the ship has a Borg Tractor Beam token, it can't raise its shields or cloak. During the planning phase, it may not select a manoeuvre number that is greater than 2, not 1 as I said earlier. At the end of activation phase, if it's not in range 1 of the Borg ship, then it loses a token. Then you get a card which gives you the additional rules for the Borg ship itself, because it has regenerate, which means if you don't take an attack, you may regenerate 1 damage of your choice, critical or normal. You cannot attack, and then there's a manoeuvre. Then one for the more additional rules for the drone Borg upgrades, the ones with a little spidery symbol. And then drone tokens, because the captains in the Borg work differently. And they work differently because each captain, so this one, start of the game, gets 1 drone token assigned to this card, and if you have the tactical drone, it gets 4. And what happens there is the rules will tell you here that you can spend a stack of cards to re-roll dice, essentially, or some cards say spend a drone token to do this. And then there's the 7 of 9, the true Borg version of 7-9, and you disable there to put 2 drone tokens back on your captain card. You may not exceed your starting number of drone tokens. One final issue to deal with is how the Borg move. They don't move like any other ship. So on your dial you'll select one of these, 3 backwards, 2 backwards, 1 backwards, 1 left, 1 right, 1 forward, 2 left, and so on. And however, so if I was to do 3 right, let's say the Borg is here, and I've selected the 3 right movement, I would then place the Borg there, rotate, and then stick the movement template there, and then move the Borg, like so. And only the 3 backwards and the 4 left and right are red. So it's a pretty neat manoeuvrement template. Unusual, but pretty neat. So there you go, that's the Borg Sphere, part of Wave 4 for Star Trek Attack Wing. It's interesting. Not very agile, very tough, shoots for a lot. There's also Species 8472, the Kazon and Voyager. So we'll have a look at those another time. But suffice to say, it's mixed up the meta of the game a lot, and should make it interesting to say the least. Okay, so that's it for now. Stay tuned for more real soon.